Hey, Happy New Year. I'm doing a quick live thing. Quick because it's not the new year for me yet. It's still 2020. Got 42 minutes or so left in the year. I normally do a live feed way earlier in the evening. But first of all, I want to say happy birthday to my buddy Jared. Um, it's his 37th, I think. Maybe 38th. I don't quite remember. But I wanted to say happy birthday to Jared. I wanted to say happy new year to everybody while I was live, or while I am live, I guess. Anybody who was on the East Coast, it's New Year's for you, or New Year for you. Happy 2021. Hopefully, it'll be better than last year. I was I was sitting there thinking to myself as I'm watching American Pie, one of my favorite movies. Uh, hit the mute button. Anyway, I look at the new year as a rebirth every year. I don't know if everybody else does, but I do, and I get really self reflective and kind of depressed. So is the sound back now? Should be back by now. I hit the mute button. So I don't know. I was sitting there watching American Pie, feeling kind of sad, and it's like I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick live thing. I just want to wish everybody a good 2021. We got to remember that 2020 is not over yet. Even though the year is ending, the 2020's leftovers are going to last half through the fucking year. That's what I was thinking about. I'm like, yes, it's great. It's a new year, but 2021 is probably going to be, especially at the beginning, going to be really bad, maybe worse than all of this year because it's going to get really bad out there. And we've got all kinds of weird shit to look forward to. But hopefully we can get back to a sense of normalcy um, in the new year. I stopped looking for uh, like looking as far as dating goes. So hopefully maybe I'll find somebody since I won't be looking, if that makes any sense. But anyway, that's I don't really have that much to say. I just wanted to say Happy New Year to everybody live rather than just Happy New Year. I'll still probably do it on Facebook, right? Happy New Year. But yeah, Happy New Year, James, Brian, Rob, Darren, and anybody who watches this. Happy New Year. I know all my East Coast, Eastern Time Zone people are celebrating. Hopefully safe celebrating, not out, doing silly things, having big parties, super spreader events, and all that stuff. Hopefully next New Year's Eve we can have big parties again and celebrate together. I am going to have an amaretto sour. Anybody who knows me, I'm not a big drinker. My friend Carlos bought me a big ass bottle of amaretto, and I don't want it to go to waste, so I'm gonna drink the whole thing tonight. No, I'm just joking. I'm not gonna do that. I'll have a glass. I'm excited about that. Seth, happy New Year! I know you for sure. You, maybe Brian and James are all in the Eastern Time Zone, so happy New Year to you guys. I'm looking forward to, as I talked about last night, I'm really looking forward to all of the fun we're going to have podcasting between Rage of Razor and the Horus, and the kids going to be a good time. I'm really looking forward to all that. I'm looking forward to comic stuff. I looking back on 2020, I gotta say, first of all, where the pandemic scares the shit out of me, and it still does. Um, I've gained a lot of weight this year. But I also gained Operation Eclipse #1. Uh, Finally came out after 13 years of trying to find the right artist, trying to get the concepts. So that's great stuff. I mean, good things did happen in 2020. The world is suffering. The world's been on fire all year, but there's some silver linings in there, you know. By the way, James has a Kickstarter. James Sims. It's live right now. I shared the link on my Facebook page a couple hours ago, but he needs about $1,500 to make the goal, and it's first of all, the art looks great. I like the art. Let me see here. I think he's got like 30 something days left, something like that. By the way, I did need a Big Mac. I know I put that on Facebook. I talked a big game, but I didn't need a Big Mac. I had a McRib. Yeah, Omni #1. Yeah, so it's got some time left, so check it out. It's on my Facebook page. James shared the link. Check it out, Seth. Check it out, man. There's the link. Yeah, man. Hopefully you and I can collaborate on something. I love seeing that Eclipse piece today, and I absolutely love that Stinger piece. I really, really, really love it. I love seeing new art for my characters. I mentioned that last night. I'm not sure when I want to start doing the Rage of Razor stuff. Probably soon. The Horror Syndicate comes back on the 12th officially, but I think I'm going to do a couple live feeds, maybe on my lonesome on the page. Maybe Seth will tag along. Seth, if you haven't, wish Jared a happy birthday. Jared's I think he's 38. I can't remember how old that fucker is. 39 maybe. I don't know. It's Jared's birthday. It was Jared's birthday. Now, you know, we've got 36 more minutes. So anyway, hopefully 2021's better for everyone. Hey, Alex, happy New Year. I think it's the new year for you, right? I still have time. 35 minutes now. My kids are still awake. Reynolds is playing video games. Helena is, I don't know what she did. She took a nap. She took like a 2-hour nap when we got home, just so she can stay up late tonight. I'm glad Art keeps you sane, man. Anytime you want to draw Eclipse or any of the other guys, you saw I got a big range of characters from Edge and Recoil, Shiver. Good stuff. I'll get you back it when you get the stimulus. You know, you can back it, Seth, because it won't come out until the Kickstarter ends, which won't be till January 20th or something like that. Oh, really? Okay. See, I wondered. I knew you were in Kentucky, Alex, but I didn't know whereabouts, because I know Nate's ahead of us by an hour. Well, ahead of me, Seth and Keith. They're they're in the Eastern time zone, because Seth is in fucking Vermont or something like that, or something, right? Vermont, something. And I know Keith's in West Virginia, back in the deep backwoods, you know. So I don't know who wants to come on my first show for Rage of Razor and talk about whatever. I'm gonna let the person pick the topic, because otherwise it will be Star Wars related or Batman. Oh, by the way, anyone wants to get a Horror Syndicate shirt, support the brand. We got awesome t-shirts. The logo is designed by Jay Sloan. Seth lives on Krypton. Well, anyway, okay, I'm gonna pose a question to anybody who ever watched this. How do you feel about the Man of Steel, the 2013 movie, Henry Cavill as Superman? Let me know how you feel about it. By PJ Owensboro. Let me know how you feel about it. Do you like the Man of Steel, or do you like Superman Returns? Do you like Brandon Routh, or do you like Henry Cavill? That's the question I want in the comments to anybody who watches this. Christopher Reeve isn't a thing. The guy, Tyler Hoechlin, I'm not thinking about him right now. The last two live action Superman, Brandon Routh or Henry Cavill, which one do you prefer? I want to know. And I'll tell you, that's a toss up for me. I thought Brandon Routh was a great casting, but the movie wasn't that great. But when he came back for the CW and wore the Kingdom Come costume, man, that was awesome. But I love Henry Cavill, so it's a toss up for me. So that's the kind of stuff I want to talk about when we get into doing. I could see it on my screen right there. Alex Ross is the first one to comment. I really like Man of Steel a lot. I'm not a huge Superman fan. Who is your favorite Batman then? Better not be Christian Bale. I'll throw my microphone out the window. Anyway, I've got 32 minutes. Thank you, Rob. You agree with me. Rob, you need to sit in on some of the Horror Syndicate podcasts, man. You're missing out on some good content. We talk about some fun stuff. Yeah. The CW stuff, man, it's really gone south the last 2 years, right before Arrow. Oh, while Arrow was on, it's gone south, but that was a fun event. Still, they made it sound like it's going to be way bigger. I'm interested to see how this Tyler Hoechlin, or however you say his name, show is going to go. I don't think he looks bad. I'm glad he's got a new costume, too. We're talking about an American Werewolf in London on the 12th on the Horror Syndicate. That's going to be a lot of fun. 30 minutes. In about 15 minutes, I'm going to go make myself my amaretto sour. I've actually never made myself one, so this is kind of exciting. Maybe I should live stream that. Just get the bottles and pour it and do it right here. Try to measure it out and shit. I went to go buy me a glass, like a little, like a classy glass, but I couldn't find one that I liked earlier, so I didn't get one. Yeah, he was. Ben Affleck. I mean, Michael Keaton is probably my favorite overall, but Ben Affleck is the most comic accurate Batman, in my opinion. Christian Bale is actually my least favorite. I'm not one of the Dark Knight fans, like everybody else is. Yeah, I think that's what they were going for too. Is Brandon Routh and Christopher Reeve. But I don't know, Cavill was. I think he's more of the timely of now Superman, which is something I really liked about his portrayal. When that's one of the things I hate, and we talked about it with the Horror Syndicate, is sequel hopping, and they did that. That was the first. Well, no, I guess H2O was the first time they did that. Halloween H2O, but like they did that with Superman. They did went okay, so Superman 1 and 2 are a thing, but Superman 3 and 4 are gone, which really makes no matter because you can watch Superman 1 through Quest for Peace and then watch. I think the first movie I'm going to watch in 2021 is Superman: A Quest for Peace. Reynolds has seen 1, 2, and 3, but not seen that one. And I told him my opinion was that Wonder Woman 84 was Superman: The Quest for Peace. And hear me out, because I think I'm right. Wonder Woman 84, you got Maxwell Lord and Lex Luthor. They're very similar characters, okay? And then you got the fucking lightning guy. I can't remember what they called him. And then you got Cheetah. Destroy Superman. You remember that? And then she's trying to destroy Wonder Woman. So I just they it's the same fucking movie in my opinion. I mean, there's even a thing at the Great Wall of China in the Quest for Peace, and then that wall pops up in the middle of the desert in Wonder Woman. So I don't know. I think there are a lot of parallels to that movie, and Patty Jenkins even said that she was inspired by the Christopher Reeve Superman movies. I think it might be the wrong one, though. I think she might have been inspired by the Quest for Peace. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I like that movie. It's just the worst Superman movie ever made, probably. But I do like it. Just like I like Batman and Robin. The thing is, I don't hate everything. Okay, people might think that. I like The Dark Knight Rises, and I like I think I remember you saying you were extra. I like Batman Begins. I do not like The Dark Knight. Bullshit ending. That's in my opinion. It's the Joker's movie. I mean, it's like when they said, "Oh, in 2019, Joaquin Phoenix is getting a standalone Joker movie." I was like, "Well, we got that in 2008, right?" I mean, I like The Dark Knight. It's just I don't think it's as good as everybody says. I hate the ending. with Two-Face. Two-Face is my favorite Batman villain, and they did him dirty in my opinion. And Heath Ledger's Joker, he just stole the show, man. I wanted to see a Batman movie. I got more screen time with Heath Ledger's Joker than we got a Batman. But whatever, it's all done. I'd love to see this multiverse stuff. I'd love to see Christian Bale come back. That'd be kind of fun. Christian Bale and Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton all in their bat suits. You've seen that meme with Spider-Man pointing at each other. There's two Spider-Men. I want to see a Batman like that, but live action. I hated The Last Jedi. Sorry. I mean, so the thing is with The Dark Knight, I was there for all the viral campaigning they did for it. I was reading all the bullshit theories and I was buying into it, and then they were like, oh, Christian Bale's reading The Long Halloween, my favorite Batman story of all time. And then it's just the way it went down. It's just, God, this is kind of a letdown based on what I built it up in my head. So it's all on me. The movie's fine. It's all on me. And I know that. So I didn't like the movie. Actually, I was mad when I left the theater. I've only been mad twice leaving the theater. It was The Dark Knight and The Last Jedi. So, but I'm over it. Whatever. I try to watch it at least once a year, and I get some enjoyment out of it. I think Aaron Eckhart is Harvey Dent. Superb casting. That's one of the good things about the Nolan Batman movies is all the casting superb, except for Christian Bale. He was poorly miscast as Batman, and he looked terrible. The suit was terrible. And that's all my opinion. But everybody else around him, Gary Oldman as Gordon, kidding me? Best Gordon ever on screen. And so, although I'm really excited about the Batman, Jeffrey Wright playing Gordon, I think he's going to be great. I love that dude. So that should be good. Oh man. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about. Somehow I always get on Star Wars or Batman when I'm talking about stuff. My two favorite things. Go figure. So anyway, I hope everybody's having a great New Year's Eve. I know it's not the same New Year's Eve that we always have, although it is for me because I have not gone out in years because I got two kids. I'm a single parent. And before that, Elizabeth and her brain cancer and stuff like that, we didn't really go out. So I don't think we have gone out for New Year's Eve since, I want to say 2008 when she was pregnant with Reynolds. So, woo! I remember one year it was 09 when Reynolds was 09 going into 10. Yeah, it was when Reynolds we bought a bottle of wine or champagne or something like that, and we didn't have a fucking corkscrew. So my wife Elizabeth, who's extremely intelligent and quick on her feet, she took our drill, took a screw, screwed it into the cork, and took a hammer and pulled the cork right out. I was like, "You are a genius." It was so awesome of her. I that picture probably will pop up in my memories as when the clock hits midnight tonight. So I might share that on my Facebook. I was like, man, this is why I married you, because you are MacGyver. Yeah, I can't wait to see the Batman. I'm so psyched about that. I'm psyched about the Snyder Cut too. Quest for Peace, Superman being a dick for 2 hours, telling a kid to drop dead, faking. Well, the other thing is he loses his powers at one point, and Wonder Woman loses her powers essentially at one point also. There's just a lot of parallels between Superman 84, Wonder Woman 84 and Superman Quest for Peace. I can't wait to watch that now. I remember he gets scratched on the neck by Nuclear Man or whatever the hell he is, and that gets him all sick and shit. Oh man. And then there's a scene where he gathers all the nuclear missiles in a giant fucking net and swings them around into the sun. You can't. Come on. That's good stuff, right? Oh, man. Quest for Peace is so good. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's see. Yeah. So the story goes, oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. My wife, glioblastoma. She was pregnant in 2013. We were expecting our daughter. In July, we found out we were having a daughter, which is what we wanted because we already had the son. Let's get a daughter too. So everything was going great, and she started getting these massive headaches, started missing work a little bit. They fired her, which was awesome, even though she was protected from FML or by FMLA. They fired her, and then I took her to the hospital, and because she was pregnant, they couldn't do any like MRIs or anything like that. So we went to 3 or 4 different hospitals, and finally, Barnes Jewish in St. Louis, they figured out a way to do an MRI to protect the baby, my daughter, and they found out she had a tumor in her head that was as big as her fist, which is smaller than mine, but still is pretty substantial. And they had to do emergency surgery, which they did. Helena at the time was only 24 weeks, and they got almost all of the tumor, but they found out it was glioblastoma. It was stage 4, so it's extremely deadly. She did fight for 300 for 3.5 years, and she got, Helena got some of her mom. I almost lost both of them, so I'm thankful I got 3 more years with Elizabeth, and I've got my daughter who's amazing. I mean, she was born premature and had to stay in the child NICU type deal for 5 weeks after she was born. She had trouble breathing, but she's fine now. She's perfect. Well, she's not perfect. She's a diva, but James, I'm sorry to hear that you have brain. I hope it. I don't know. I hope it goes away. I don't know how to even say anything like that. Back to the Dark Knight. Is it really? It's a good movie and it's shot beautifully, but it doesn't really. It's like I talked about the Mad Max Fury Road last night when Nate was on here, and I said that I just didn't connect with that movie. And again, it might have had something to do with my wife because she hated it, and like we were one thing, like one entity. So she didn't like something, I didn't like something. It's just like whenever there was some girl that she was pissed off at, I was like, "Fuck that bitch." I didn't even know who it was. So that's how we were. So like she didn't like the Neon Demon. I didn't like the Neon Demon. I need to watch it again. I need to watch Mad Max again because I have watched things after the fact. Like I love the show My 600-Pound Life because she did, or Hoarders. But I tried watching that stuff since she's been gone. I can't stand that stuff. So it's like a hive mind almost. Yeah, Helena is my little miracle. What's Richard? If you're still here, what's number 1 on their 1, 2, and 3? I need to know on the IMDb's top 250, and that's voted on by everybody, right? Where's Close Calls on there? I know where I'm Dreaming White Doomsday is. Anyway, about 5 more minutes. I'm gonna go make me a drink. Drink the new year here, I guess. Who's excited about 2021? What you got? A New Year's resolution? My New Year's resolution is to. I posted earlier. One of those stupid game things that you can just click on and it'll give you some bullshit. Oh, to be a badass who doesn't give a shit about the haters. But I do that year round already. Shawshank is number 1. Fucking hell yeah, good. That's a hell of a good movie. That deserves it, in my opinion. I love that movie. Love it. Richard, you need to come on the THS Discourse sometime with me, Seth, Jared, and Nathan Thomas Milliner. You down? I've been meaning to try to get you on the show for a few years now. But you never call, you never write. Anyway, so I think I'd like to lose weight. I say that every year. But this year it's for real because I don't want to, I want to get a woman. Women like it when I look thinner in the face. But no, for real, I want to get 3 issues of Operation Eclipse out up to number 5. I want to get the Phantom Hawk that I wrote for Apogee. I want to get more of those out. I want to get more of the other one out. The Crimson Guardians. I got a lot of shit I want to do. Yeah, I remember you saying that last night, James. I love Shawshank. That's one of those movies you like. I remember it was on cable or TBS or whatever. I can pick up anywhere in that movie and just watch it to its completion, or watch it. It's one of those movies I could watch anytime, anywhere. So it's such a good movie. I do have a funny story about it. So there's a theater called the Lincoln Theater in Belleville, the town I kind of grew up. I've moved around all over the United States. But when I was 14, 15, when that came out, I was dating a girl named Kim, and we went to see it, and I fingered her during Shawshank Redemption in the theater. Yeah. So I didn't get to see it, but the whole thing, but I saw like the last half of it after we were making out and doing the, stuff. And I was like, I liked the end. So I went back and saw it the next day. It was a dollar show too, 4 blocks from my house. I just walked up there. That was also the same place I saw Batman Forever 37 times in 1 month. Yeah. 1995. I walked up to the Lincoln Theater. It was a dollar. I saw it 37 times in 1 month. Once I saw it 3 times in one day. I love Batman Forever. And I don't give a fuck who knows. Yeah, well, I mean, part of it, Richard, is me not really inviting you, like messaging you and saying, "Hey, man, you want to come on? You want to come on in?" But what you can do, what we do, I mean, we can definitely talk about your movie and your future projects. But what you can do is pick a movie and come on and hang out, and we're gonna tear into that movie. Like we're talking about An American Werewolf in London on the 12th. We're gonna talk about The Witch. So you pick a movie, as long as we haven't discussed it, because like Roman and Tyler from Scream Queen, the documentary, they came on and we talked about Hereditary, and we did talk about Scream Queen a little bit. So that's what we would do. It's more of a hangout, roundtable kind of discussion. So if you're down, pick a movie. We've got a list. I can share the list with you of upcoming stuff and see if there's one you want to sit in on. But it's fun, man. We have a good time just kind of dissecting the movie. You're a filmmaker, so that Nate's a filmmaker, so it should be a good time. Back to beer and bond. Have a great night. Maybe I'll just have a beer. I've got Rolling Rock in the fridge. I'm gonna finish American Pie shortly, and that's one of those movies. It reminds me of high school. That came out the year after I got out of high school. So, Seth, we'll talk soon. I'm gonna get going. Um, Happy New Year. I hope everyone has a great beginning to the 2021, because the back half is going to be much better, in my opinion. I have a feeling anyway. As long as we can get through this first month, the second month, fuck you, Zoom. I'm not updating you. You do nothing for me. Um, I think the first half of the year is going to be bad. After my birthday, it's going to be all downhill, and it's going to be better. That's my opinion. So anyway, check out Omni on Kickstarter. Check out the Horror Syndicate and hit the subscribe button for Rage of Razor for me so I can get more subscribers. Trying to get to 10 million. Anyway, Happy New Year, everybody. Seriously. And I'll see you on the other side, I guess.